Board of Trustees, and most important, people. I'm honored and humbled to be here. This has been, it's kind of redundant, talking about this location. We spoke from the Historic Committee. We have a slogan we say with the Hampton House, it says, bigger than the building, more significant than the structure. This is personal and political. I think it's a crime that in a location that's approximately 21 blocks, many people were not familiar with the legacy of Chairman Fred Hampton. Maywood, geographically speaking, is a small location that represents a political giant. And it's not by coincidence that many people have been fearful to have this conversation. In addition to the assassination of Chairman Fred and Defense Secretary Mark Clark, December the 4th, 1969, it should be noted that December the 5th, 1969, law enforcement pulled men and young boys out of their homes in front of their mothers and children, and told them there'll never be another mention of Fred Hampton here. Similar to the breaking process during the era of chattel slavery, when pregnant women would run away from the plantation, they were captured and brought back, and their stomachs, pregnant stomachs, were cut open, fetuses stumped to death. It created fear and terror for generations to come. We say let us seize the time now, and this becomes a common conversation. In the movie Judas and the Black Messiah, we struggled to have Maywood mentioned twice in the movie, in minimum. The Hampton House is located right across the street from the school, elementary school that Chairman Fred attended. Prior to us occupying that home, there were children who did not know who Chairman Fred was. Many parents said that since our presence there, children have to get bigger shirt size, they walk with their chest out. With a pride. They say that this is the school that Chairman Fred Hampton went to. Went to the Proviso East High School. We talked about the swimming pool. There was no swimming pool facility for black children to even attend. Even as a child, he challenged that. And this is a climate where certain things, certain contradictions, in particular the race, as well as the class contradiction, that many of us have been avoiding for quite some time. We said let's seize the time and address it. This representative, again, who at the age of 14, the federal government called for a wiretap to be placed on my grandparents' telephone. It's recognized. He took the junior NAACP from 7 to 300 members in a 7.5 month time period. Chairman Fred was part of an organization, not of role models, but we say real models. Real models, people who came from our community. Places like Brazil, Sao Paulo, Africa, Ghana, we just came from African delegations. They talked about the legacy of Chairman Fred Hampton. Again, Maywood, 21 blocks. This should be a common conversation, and not letting us rarely have ever heard me, if even have ever heard me say the police murdered my father. You have heard me say that the government assassinated Chairman Fred.
Yeah. Right.
He authored the Rainbow Coalition. When we still had the present day, the Black Panther Party, because of the present day Rainbow Coalition, many representatives are still here today. The free breakfast program fed a minimum of 3,500 children a week. In Nazi Germany, the victims of the Holocaust in Nazi Germany, it's considered child abuse if your child does not know what happened in the gas chambers. The script has been flipped with our people. Some people see it as child abuse to even tell them who Chairman Fred was. People have passed down punkism, told their children don't speak about it. In South Korea, they will keep a person locked up for 3 generations to weed out any resistance. We in the stage of the game right now. We can up the ante with conversations of such caliber of people 14, 15 years old who was assassinated. We have to say that term. Don't be fearful of it. It's a cleansing process. Try it. So, being oppressed is embarrassing. A lot of times we try to jive ourselves about it. We try to say euphemisms or nice words. Fred Hampton died. Chairman Fred was deputy chairman of the Illinois chapter, the largest chapter of the Black Panther Party. So, that's a fact. So, that's a fact. And people from all over the world, let's seize the time. It should be a conversation about this swimming pool. This pool should be open. We had the water gun fights in front of the Hampton House to heighten the contradictions. That was years ago. People told who got a birthday in August, and everybody was saying that. People were scared to say Chairman Fred. One war story for lack of terms. A 52-year-old business owner in Maywood told me about when he went to go see the movie Judas and the Black Messiah. He was telling his father what's going to happen in the movie. His father said, son, how do you know about all this? He said, Dad, his son, Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. told me about this. He said, also, Dad, why didn't I know? Yeah. His father teared up. He said, son, all we want was peace. That's embarrassing. Let's be upfront about this here, y'all. This conversation should not just have to do on Black History Month, because the fact is Black people on the verge of becoming history. It should be a conversation at the poet scenes, the barbershops, the pool halls, the city council, everywhere. Relationships, real models. I'm not saying this subjectively, y'all. When I say Chairman Fred, Minister Doc Satchel, Defense Captain Mark Clark, it's not over ego tripping. It's trying to win our people to respect an entity, an institution that stood on their own terms for this entity that a lot of people scared of called self-determination. The Hampton House is bigger than the building, more significant than the structure. Bigger than the building, more significant than the structure. Come through, see what's happening, the work we're doing there, support it, make this an everyday conversation, not just doing Black History Month, not just doing election time, not what's politically correct, because a lot of people get involved in struggle and become conscious one of three ways: inspiration, aspiration, or desperation. Inspiration, aspiration, or desperation. A lot of people know who Chairman Fred is when quote, forgive me for this, we say he turns more than me black. He turns more than me black. First Michael Jackson don't make a difference between black and white. When he caught that case, his tune changed. They don't care about us.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people still know about Chairman Fred when they're under some pressure. We the last call for alcohol, y'all. We the last call. We the ones you talk about when you exhausted all your softball spokespersons.
Yes, sir.
That's us out there in the dark. That's outside. That's us that's been out there with the triple C's, towards community cause, providing food to people out there. That's us who had the community refrigerator, when people laughed at us.
Yes, sir.
That's us that idly conscious about a food desert here in Maywood. People put this facade, everything is okay here.
Don't forget the liberation schools also.
Man, I'll be here all day, you know what I'm saying? Respect, but I appreciate it. You know what? I'm gonna let the people talk to someone, because I'll be say, that's his son, he just told him. I ain't saying this subjectively. He's representative of our people. Let's shake that fear factor, y'all. It's a cleansing process. Minister UEP News said when an oppressor stands up against an oppressor, the oppressor's gone and a new man, new woman is born. Lenin said it will take people 20 years to learn ordinary times. They learned in 2 years in revolutionary times. Chairman Fred was 21 years old when he was assassinated. The education curriculum should be in Providence High School, every high school, every should be up in there. Time for a conversation. You go on your dates, your poetry scenes. And let me just say in closing, I think, man, Randall, being on, I'm gonna start naming people, y'all. We thank y'all, all those who've been consistent with us for this campaign to save the Hampton House.
Yes, sir.
Without the people I work is impossible. I appreciate y'all, thank y'all. Again, let's make history, let's take history. Let's take history, y'all. Long live and Chairman Fred Hampton.
Trustee Lightford.
I was wondering if another Black Panther was from California during that time, who came to Chicago in that same period of time. He's sitting right behind you, Joe. That's one of the old Black Panthers. He was from California, came to